unbelievable Deepavali celebrating family all over the planet. Deepavali Vartagal from your chief. Alright, greetings, happy Diwali. I hope you celebrate, but don't forget, alright, closing Friday, get the BVs in, make sure presentation, culture, TAT. Alright, let's keep the machine going, guys. Let's keep a positive attitude. Let's, change, rise, conquer. Let's create some excitement. We just celebrated 21 freaking years of existence. I want you to be excited and make the excitement, make the positivity contagious. That everyone out there who says we couldn't last, we lasted and we're going to keep lasting. Guys, and whoever says that we are a bunch of morons and we are doing something wrong, tell them to buy a kite and go and fly it, because QNet, the VQ lifestyle, under the leadership of the great one, Dato Sri Vijay Ishwan, we are going to last many, many generations. That your kids are going to be V partners, your grandchildren are going to be V partners. We are going to conquer and redefine the industry of network marketing. I promise you that. And whoever, alright, no matter what they say, we are here to stay, guys. That's our mantra. Well, I got that out of my chest. Okay. I'm recording the Wednesday message. You might be confused. Why is Chief getting too excited? Alright, I am excited. Everyone calling me is excited. It's a great week. Alright, and this week, I want you to make it even better. I want this week to be a record-breaking week. Alright, you guys who just came out of the double celebration, I'm going to be doing the lucky draw, sometime this week when I figure it out. But this Wednesday message in my beautiful t-shirt with a heart with eyes and a military print, is about communication. And I realized this today, that if you truly understand our industry for 21 years, alright, it's two aspects, alright, two important aspects that are so important. There is relationships and communication. And if you understand your journey through network marketing, these are the two aspects that will define your success. That these are the two aspects will define how fast you max out, alright, and how sustainable is your organization. Whether they will survive any challenge and every challenge and become stronger, louder, bigger, alright. But most importantly, I've always spoken about relationships. But today I want to talk about communication. Alright, guys, whoever you're dealing with, whether you're dealing with your upline, whether you're dealing with your downline, whether you're dealing with a prospect, alright, who doesn't believe in what we do and is about to say no, or you are dealing with the people, alright, who don't support you, who should be supporting you. I'm talking about family, even the mother-in-law, alright, and everyone else. It is how you say things that matter. It is not what you say, alright, because today we all say the same thing, guys. We belong to the greatest industry in the world. And you have to understand that your communication will define who you are. Your communication or the way you communicate will define the outcome, alright, of the results that you are anticipating. And one of the biggest mistakes we make is we feel the desire to give too much information. We overload everyone around us with a shitload of information. Relevant, not relevant, doesn't matter. You just go there, you poke your finger in your mouth and you puke out everything, hoping that something will change that person's mind. No, guys. Right? You don't have to overload anyone with too much information. The first thing you have to do in any form of communication is understand the person you are talking to. Understand what he or she is expecting to hear from you. Because you know human nature. People can talk to you for 1 hour, but you only remember the 2 minutes that mattered to you, that you want to hear. So the greatest secret that Dato Sri Vijay taught me about communication, whether downline, upline, prospect, family, wife, husband, is first tell them what they need to hear. Tell them what they want to hear. Alright? And in order to do that, your first rule is always understand your audience. The mistake we make, we never take the time to understand your audience. Whether it's a prospect, alright, whether it's your family member, whether you're standing on stage, understand your audience. And the only way you can understand your audience, alright, is to ask them questions. And as they answer you, you will know. You see, whenever I do a presentation, alright, it's very different. I ask more questions than the prospect asks me. Because I want to know who that person is. So then I know what I need to tell that person, which matters to that person. Because no two people are alike. And you assume today that everyone wants to know how to overcome challenges. That's wrong. There are many people who are networking who will not face the challenge you are facing, who do not even treat that challenge too seriously, but you talk about the challenge until the guy wants to commit suicide and jump off a bridge, because to you that must be his problem, because that's my problem. So don't assume that what affects you affects the person you're talking to, because that person could be far more positive than you. That person could clearly understand everything and still want to be part of QNet and max out. And you need to understand that. Right? So the first rule is understand who you are talking to and only tell them what they need to hear. Right? Give them what they need. Give them what they want to hear. And they will give you a positive response in every aspect, I guarantee you. Right? Second, never ever talk down to somebody. No matter who you are, whether you are max out king or queen, whether you are more successful than anyone else, remember this. Nobody wants to feel small. Nobody wants to feel disrespected. Nobody wants to feel irrelevant in your presence. The only rule that Dato Sri Vijay always told me is that respect anyone you talk to. Give them the feeling clearly that they are more important. At that moment, that 15 minutes, that 1 hour, that 2 hours, make them feel important. Make them feel equal or higher than you. It doesn't matter. Quell your ego. Alright? You could be a V partner, AVP, max out, king or queen. It doesn't matter to that person. Alright? Doesn't matter to your mom. Doesn't matter to your wife or husband or kids. Alright? The golden rule of communication is always take the effort to make that person feel important. That what he or she is saying is important to you. Listen. Sometimes listen more than you speak. Give them the time. Give them the focus. Never, when you are listening to somebody, don't look at the sky. Alright, don't look at your shoes. Don't look at your phone. Look them in the eyes. Now, don't look like you are in love with them like that. You know, focus. Right? Dato Sri Vijay always told me, the day you learn to listen more than you talk, Padman, you will be successful. And I always told Dato Sri, but we are in networking, we got to talk, yes. But give them a chance to speak. Give them a chance to be heard. Because human nature, everyone wants to be heard. Everyone wants their opinion to cross the table. Alright? And when you communicate with anyone, and this applies to your personal relationship, never get emotional. Never at any given time get emotional. Never be predictable. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you don't know me. Alright, I will lose it if somebody pisses me off. Why be so predictable? Be unpredictable. The other person must never know what you feel. Don't let your emotions take over in any form of communication. Because the minute you lose it, you lose them. Remember this mantra. The minute you lose it, you lose them. You lose your audience. Whether it's your wife, your husband, even your mother-in-law, or your kids, or your downline, or your upline, or whoever you're speaking to. The minute you lose it, you lose them. Right? Never allow your emotions to get in the way. As Dato Sri Vijay always told us, leave your emotions at the door. You are here to change your life. You are here to convince them, and you can never convince anyone with anger. Anger may create fear, but will never create acceptance. Alright? They will never embrace what you say. The minute you lose it, I'm telling you, everyone switches off. But if you manage your emotions, if you quell your ego and leave your emotions at the door and address the issue, never the person, alright, you will reach them. They will listen to you. Even if they piss you off, don't show them. Alright, many of you lose it with your prospects. That means they won and you lost. No matter what people say, our greatest revenge is not by us attacking them with our words. Our greatest revenge will always be, as Dato Sri Vijay said on stage, our success, our strength, our loyalty to each other, our pride of being with QNet, all right, through challenging times. Communication is the key. All right. The next point of communication is not everyone is a PhD holder. Not everyone wants to be impressed by your technical messaging. Not everyone wants you to speak with a slang. I just landed from the UK. Let's have a cup of tea. Even though you transited in Heathrow for 2 hours, you come back with a bloody British slang. It's not necessary, guys. Coming across smart pisses people off. Let them find out you are smart. Let them find out you know your stuff. Let them find out that you are amazing, not from you, but from somebody else. There is no necessity to take our simple business and convert it into a PhD rocket science with a British slang, all right, to the point that person feels, I don't qualify to be in this business. This business seems too complicated, seems too technical, seems too high class, that I can't join. Dr. Sri Vijayan Japa created this business for anyone and everyone, for the common man and common woman with the uncommon dream. And most importantly, the greatest lesson I learned from my mom, God bless her soul, is that the only way to reach another human being, the only way to convince anyone of anything, the only way for somebody to truly believe in what you say is speak the truth and speak from your heart with no fear of consequence, no fear of, backlash, no fear of anything. As long as you speak the truth and as long as you speak from your heart, you will reach your greatest enemy. You will reach the toughest prospect. You will reach anyone, anywhere, regardless of race, religion, and creed. The reason why I follow our founders, because for 21 years, they spoke the truth with no fear, and they only spoke from their hearts. So if you understand the power of communication, if you understand that if you master the art of communicating properly, effectively, with the people around you, your life will change. Your journey to max out will be faster. That whatever you want to communicate will reach people like that. Just remember, communication and relationships are the two components that will decide how fast you max out and how long you max out. Learn to communicate from your heart and you will conquer the world. Love you guys.